Welcome back. I hope you are enjoying this process so far and things are starting to fall into place. The next video, or this next video is, and the next session in your training is all about taking the issues that have fallen out of the process so far. So you've done some pre-work on your numbers. There will be some things that come through out of your numbers that are perhaps worth noting as either strengths or weaknesses within your business and opportunities therefore to fix. There'll be work around your vision and your brand message, your point of difference, your positioning, your values. You'll have noticed as you've been articulating these things, perhaps if there's some gaps or some disconnects with what's going on in your business right now, in relation to where you want it to be. So this next stage is about taking all of the issues. Probably the best thing is to write a long list of things that you've noticed so far, things that aren't right, things that perhaps are an opportunity, things that you would like to be different. And then work on classifying them in a SWOT: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This template's in your workbook. Strengths and weaknesses are internal issues. So they could be things like, experience, brand awareness, positioning, brand messaging, sales, profit, and those things might be strengths or they might be weaknesses. So they're the tangible things that are actually internal issues that are within your control. Opportunities tend to be external. They can often be weaknesses that are glaringly there to be fixed. They could be strengths that could be built on, or it could be an opportunity that you've noticed through the competitive positioning exercise. Maybe there's a market there or a gap in the market that's just there to be capitalised on, and it's in line with your vision. So as I say, it's a sorting exercise. It's taking all those things and putting them somewhere in terms of your business as it is right now. The next stage is to then, sort these further and put them on the next page, which is also in your workbook, which is the urgency and importance matrix. So this is where you take the strengths and weaknesses and opportunities and you plot them in terms of their importance and urgency to deal with. So the first quadrant, which is the top left, is the things that are important and they're urgent. So those things need to go in the do quadrant. Top right are those things that are important but they're not so urgent. So those things are things that you will certainly have on your radar, you would certainly make a note of them, but they're perhaps for the next iteration of your plan, or for next year, or for when you work through the top left quadrant, which are the important things that are urgent. So they're certainly important, but you don't need to tackle them first. Bottom left is the things that are urgent, but they're not important. It often tends to be those niggly, painful little bits and pieces that you've avoided or put off or just ignored for a while. They're annoying. They are important to get them right, but they just need to be sorted. So those things are things that you can tend to delegate to other people because they are urgent because they're annoying and they're perhaps slowing things down, or they're getting in people's way, or they're causing confusion, or they're causing extra admin. Those things, as I say, they're urgent, but they're not important, so they should be delegated to somebody else to fix. And the bottom right column are those things that they're not important and they're not urgent, so they just need to be eliminated from your headspace, from your energy, from your conversations, from your meetings, from your discussions. They should just not feature anywhere in your plan for the next 12 months. At the end of that process, we really do bring the reality check to an end. And there is just a quick checklist in your booklets to make sure that we've covered everything. So by this point, you have done work around your vision, your values, and your point of difference. And hopefully you've got some statements that you're fairly comfortable with. Look, these are an ongoing evolution of words, and you'll get comfortable and you'll think, right, that's it, that's the one that's going into my plan, and in a few months' time you'll look at it and go, no, I can tweak it a bit more, and that's totally fine. But at the end of this process, at this session, you should have values, vision, and a positioning statement highlighting your point of difference. You should have that fairly clear in some kind of statement that you're reasonably comfortable with, and certainly that does articulate who you are as a business. You've got your numbers, which are historical P&L numbers, so you understand where some of the issues from those numbers may lie, and hopefully you've capitalised or picked up on those in your SWOT. You've done your market positioning, which is a visual representation of where you sit in the market against your competitors, and maybe you've identified an opportunity through that process. And last but not least, we've just gone through the SWOT, where we classify all of the issues facing the business as a strength, weakness, opportunity, or threat. And then we go one stage further and classify that shopping list of issues into those things that are important and urgent, down to things that are not important and not urgent. So hopefully that all makes sense, and you've got some pretty strong clarity now on the elements that are going to go into your plan, which is the next stage that we will cover. And until then, I will good luck, and I'll see you in the next video and next session. See ya.